this bad boy.
Had to learn the hard way, yeah. Turn the pain to power, now they gotta watch me shine. Took my L's and flip them, now the W's are mine. I'm still standing, I'm still popping, yeah. Took them shots, but I ain't dropping, nah. You can throw your shade, but don't block me. They was praying on my fall, now they watch me. I'm too solid, don't bend, nah. I don't lose, I just win, nah. Try to count me out, now they counting up the M's, yeah. Tables turn quick, now they wanna make amends, yeah. I ain't even gotta flex, nah, they know what it is. Used to pray for times like this, now I'm living big. Every single scar just made me who I am. Every hater just a fan who ain't know they was a fan. Whoa, can't stop me now. I've been way too high. Stacking bricks, building high, laid the blueprint, now we fly. Started small, now watch it grow. Turn my vision into gold. Wake up easy, sun hits right. No more rushing, taking flights. Calls on mute, stress on low. Living life the way I chose. Funnel of fortune, watch it spin. Set it up now, watch me win. Funnel of fortune, let it flow. Step right in, let the money grow. The cash rolls in, never stops. Alright, cash rolls in, hit the top. The cash rolls in, build it up. Funnel of fortune, never enough. Morning waves, coffee strong. Passport ready, I'm here then gone. Living life, no 9 to 5. Freedom hits different when you design. Wake up easy, sun hits right. No more rushing, taking flights. Calls on mute, stress on low. Living life the way I chose. Funnel of fortune, watch it spin. Set it up now, watch me win. Funnel of fortune, let it flow. Step right in, let the money grow. The cash rolls in, never stops. Alright, cash rolls in, hit the top. The cash rolls in, build it up. Funnel of fortune, never enough. No boss, no stress, just a plan. Turn the click in to 100 grand. Let it work while I take my time. Money moves, but the peace is mine. Funnel of fortune, watch it spin. Set it up now, watch me win. Funnel of fortune, let it flow. Step right in, let the money grow. The cash rolls in, never stops. The cash rolls in, hit the top. The cash rolls in, build it up. Funnel of fortune, never enough. Never enough. Funnel of fortune, never enough. Never enough. Never enough. Never enough.
Maybe there's no mic there. Can you guys hear me? On YouTube, can you guys hear me? Just making sure. Let me see. Check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. It says you can hear me. It says my audio is going out. There we go. Okay. Oh, just heard you. Hear you now. All right. Cool. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Good morning. If you are on YouTube, smash the like button. What are you doing? What are you doing with your lives, man? It's Big Bag Wednesday, man. I'm streaming in vertical mode on YouTube. I'm also streaming from Zoom. So you can catch either one. If you're in vertical, you want to go horizontal, meet me in the horizontal. It's on my channel. If you want to stay in vertical mode, all right, that's cool too. That's all good. But smash that like button. There's 7 likes, 34 people. What's going on, man? What's going on with your lives? Let's go. Step it up. But we're also on Zoom. So if you're in the school group and you're in the paid community, then you can join me on Zoom with no lag. There's about a 10-second lag on this vertical. There's about a 3-second lag on the horizontal. No, I'm sorry. Never mind. There's about a 10-second lag on YouTube, period, because I'm streaming from Zoom. So that's what we're doing. That's the update. All right. I hope you guys are well. Good morning. Good morning. Let's dive into a little bit of what we saw earlier with in regards to news, okay? So U.S. industrial production, basically, okay? PPI came in a little cooler than expected. Typically, what you'll see is that this is pretty good for stocks, in particular, manufacturing. So, we like to trade the Nasdaq. In the short term, that should be pretty good for commodities and indices all the way around. So it's really interesting, right? Because yesterday's inflation numbers were high or higher. They didn't meet expectations. Some of them did, but it was hot, okay? It was looked at as hot. So the fact that the PPI numbers are, it's interesting. Usually you see those line up together, and they really didn't line up together. So that's why we saw the jump in price earlier. So let's dive into the charts a little bit. Well, actually, first of all, today's news is pretty nominal now. We have Fed Hammock speaking at 8:15 here, so he's already speaking. Let's see. We have Goldman Sachs earnings call at 8:30. Let me give you New York time, 9:30. 10 o'clock, Fed Bar speaks. It's all Eastern Standard Time, guys. And then we have crude oil inventories at 9:30. That's pretty much it, man. That's it. Very light day. Tomorrow we have initial jobless claims and retail sales month over month. And then Friday we have U.S. housing starts and the University of Michigan sentiment prelim. That's it. It's a pretty light week, honestly. CPI numbers are really interesting because when you dive into the data, if you take out auto, the consumer, like what you're paying for goods, consumer goods, is at like a 6% per year increase. That's the highest since 2021. Yeah. So if you didn't know that, now you know it. What does that mean? I mean, I don't really know what that means in the long term because of tariffs, right? These are kind of a backlash of what we saw from just what's happening with our tariffs. So we'll see if that calms down. I mean, there's a lot of economists calling for more pain August, September. But right now, it's all about, what does Trump tweet today? I mean, we don't know. Anything can happen at this point. We don't really have too much on the table as far as, tariff negotiations being settled. So that's still up in the air. We've got Putin acting like Putin, so that's not good. And then, Trump. So just like geopolitical mixed with no real good news as far as tariffs. So, I mean, from my perspective, it's not great. I don't see how that's great, but there's a lot, right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot in an economy. And so I guess when you take it all into account, a lot of it's good. A lot of it is good. Hey, our taxes didn't go up. There we go. Celebrate that. Yeah, but as far as the charts go, let's dive into the charts. Okay, so the daily time frame is where I like to start, just kind of a top down real quick, get us a feel for what we're doing here. You can even go to the weekly if you want, but I just go to the daily. We're above the 21 moving average, above the 50. Yesterday, we dipped down on the 4 hour. Oh, so real quick before I switch, consolidation range, we grabbed the highs, consolidation range. It looks like price kind of is trying to break out, but we don't really have a real breakout. You know, you can see clear volume over here. When we break a high, a previous pivot point, there's a lot of volume that creates a shelf. If you guys don't know my shelf method, watch my shorts, join my free school group, come and learn it. Link is in the description. And basically, we have not retested this shelf. So I would imagine at some point, maybe if price kind of like, you know, we don't go in a straight line forever. So if price comes back to sort of an equilibrium, I'm guessing on the daily, either the 21, and then we'll most likely see buying action at the 20, wherever the 21's at when we dip down. Because as time moves with these moving averages, the moving averages get higher. So as we consolidate, it allows the, you know, we'll call it equilibrium. We'll call it just these moving averages, right? It allows them to catch up to price action. And so that's why it's kind of like, okay, if you're trading moving averages, you're very laggy. And that's why I tell people as well, like you gotta look at what's happening in the now in a lower time frame if you're going to be day trading. So as a 21 catches up to price action being consolidative in this area, low consolidating range, you look at the wicks. We did wick higher. So from a traditional structure standpoint, structure was broken to the upside. Now I like to go by the candle bodies to see where real price movement and where acceptance is at. And we did not close a candle body above the range. So if we do pull back, this would be a great buying opportunity in the shelf. I think that would be healthy for the market, have a little bit of a pullback, maybe even deeper to the 50 inside of this order block. But basically, look, there's a strategy we're going to follow. We're not just buying to buy, but this particular strategy, the EMA strategy, this has been proven. This works, period. This is what banks do. Higher time frames, they're buying in these areas, they're dollar cost averaging, and they have more money than God. So, you know, good luck trying to follow them. Well, you have to follow with a very small amount of money, so that way you have enough as you dollar cost average. Once you get under the 21 and the 50, you know, that's when price starts to come up and retest it as resistance. That's where you get these, you know, typically these fast sell-offs and a grinding that goes back up. So typically what you'll see is sell-offs are fast, right? Moves to the upside are slow and grindy. That's just how the market works. So we could see a sell-off if we do. It's going to be fast, and then we'll look to possibly take buys. So we're looking at the 4 hour now, dipping down. Same mindset on the 4 hour, 21 and 50. So price kind of had a little bit of a dip below that 50. It came back up. You can see this wick off of the 50. So it's trying to maybe use it as some type of resistance, or just like the market is just one, you know, are we getting price acceptance? What's the auction going to do here? And then we blast off clear. This is like a clear sign. No, we're not going down. Come back up, make a new all-time high, come back down. So what I see is very like simple, higher highs, right? Higher lows, consolidative range, breakout here, nice volume. Here's the range, right? Prior to that, we had higher high, higher low, right? And then an insane rally. Okay, so market is still bullish. There's no reason to not be bullish other than just saying, I think it's going to go down. All right. Well, that's not how we trade. So we can think, but we need a strategy. What's your strategy if you're thinking? If you're thinking, use that noggin, man. What's that strategy you're going to use, man? All right. Diving in here, it's 8:41 Central, 9:41 Eastern. We have the 15-minute range forming. That's what you see right here. This is what I use for my first temporary bias, directional bias, before the 15-minute range gets broken. And yesterday was a massive win. The day before that, a win. Oh, how about all last week? Oh, those are wins too. Yeah, so going on 12 days winning streak here. Actually, I think it's a little bit more than that. We have 2 more days, something like that. Trading my prop account, got 150K, 150K Tradeify straight to funded account. I'm at 155,993. What does that mean? Well, 9K is the profit target. Then I start getting paid. And this took me not too long, guys. It took me about a week and a half using our strategy, purely using our strategy, showing everything on live stream. I do it daily. So if you don't know, Monday through Friday, I do it daily. Here's the live. Here's my P&L. All right. So obviously today I lost $22, but the day's not over. Don't judge me. But we've got green, and I love green across the board. You know, $1,500 day yesterday. It was awesome. And so I expect to hit that 9K mark in a few days. And it's my first time really going after it with, first time doing the 150K account. And I think it's way better. End of day drawdown, end of day trailing drawdown, way better. If you're getting sucked into those cheap 50K accounts, I just think you're wasting your money a lot, especially with my strategy. With my strategy, it does not work. I don't think it works very well. I know some people in the group have gotten paid, actually, but I don't think it works as well. And, you know, I know you can string like 20 accounts together. They're all, you know, I get it. It's cheap. It's enticing. All right, no top wick here on the 5-minute candle. We got a very tiny top wick up here. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for the 5-minute candle to break outside the range. We got 2 minutes to go. So before this happens, before price breaks outside of the 15-minute bands, giving us a direction potentially, right? What we want to do is we want to ask ourselves who's in control of the market. And the way that we do that, guys, ladies, gentlemen, if you've never seen this before, I know nobody else on YouTube is telling you to do this, but I want you to hide price. If you don't have this custom indicator in my crew, you can either A, join the group, link is in the description, and get the custom indicator by, you know, joining us. Or, and by the way, tons of free training covering everything I'm going over for free inside of the community on School. So how do we do this? How do we do it? We zoom out, put up a 21 EMA, by the way. If you don't have this indicator, if you don't want to join the group, you're just stubborn, you want to do things, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to get profitable, man. I'm going to do it myself. Well, you're not going to know the full strategy, so this really isn't going to help you too much, but this part that I'm going over will. But then if you're not going to learn the strategy, you might as well leave the stream, because it's going to be pointless for you, because you need the indicator with the strategy. So 21 EMA, you can just look, this is called momentum theory. You're going to zoom out and ask yourself who's in control, not by structure. Look at how much structure is broken in here when I turn on price. Structure is broken all over the place, man. You're going to get faked out. Momentum is what you want to look at. So what's the most vertical line that is the most impulsive vertical line? And what you want to do is zoom out to about 3 to 5 days. So here's 8 days, right? It's a little too much. 6 days. There's 4 days, right? So really get technical with that. 3 to 5 days. Who's in control, guys? Type it in chat. All right, so we got bulls, we got some bears, you know, we got some bulls, we got some bears, we got some bulls, we got bears. What you want to be doing is, hold on, let me just refresh something to make sure I'm good. Over here. Okay, so yeah, so I think most people are saying buyers are in control. I just want to be really clear. Let me zoom out so you can see that on YouTube, the vertical stream right there. Guys on YouTube, if you're in the school group, we're on Zoom. All right, so just heads up. Okay, so if buyers are in control, then we're saying that buyers have the most vertical line. All right, so if I do this and I do this, it's kind of the lines that you're talking about. If I go over here to sellers, we got a vertical line over here. That's pretty, to me, it's pretty even. Look, let's measure it. So we got about 181 over here, and about, this is becoming very close, right? Wouldn't you agree? That's pretty close. So sometimes it's going to happen, man. And you're going to have to say, I don't know. And that's okay. Like, it's okay not to know. We've been consolidating. It makes sense. Look, remember what we just went over on the daily? Doesn't that make so much sense that we can't figure it out because it's pretty damn even, right? So instead of guessing, we just take an A setup to a B setup, just like that. We cut it at the knees, just like that. You have to. That's called discipline, man. You cut it at the knees because you don't know. You don't know. I don't know. I can't give it an A plus setup. I don't know. We could say buyers from a high time frame, from structure, but that we gonna get faked out if that's the case. So in this case, I don't know, and that's what I think. I don't know. So I'm not really sure. I think the market is still deciding, to be honest with you. I think this data market was waiting for that. Maybe it's waiting for, initial jobless claim, just more data, a tweet, a tweet from Trump, whatever. Does that make sense, guys? Now look how much structure is broken when you do that on a 5-minute time frame. Turn on price action and you're going to be like, oh, I thought it was going up. I thought it was going down. Chalk, chalk, chalk. You guys are just going to be running in circles, man. Okay, so here we are with the 15-minute range formed, right? Last 5-minute candle this 5-minute candle has not broken the range. We're looking for a 5-minute candle to break outside of the range, and we now do not know if price is going up or down. Great. How's that going to help us, Mike? How's that going to help us? Well, it helps with, first of all, not being glued or stuck to an idea that really doesn't make sense, right? I don't know if price is going up or down. And so that allows me to be a little bit more free inside of my trading idea with just letting go of the idea that I'm right. Right. So now I have no bias until the market gives me the bias with the 15-minute range. And then now I'm looking on a lower time frame. What do we see on a lower time frame? We see the blue band. And if you don't have the blue band, that's fine. Just look at a 21 EMA. Is it up or down? Well, it's up. So what is temporary momentum telling us? That price is going up. Now, you look at structure. Yeah, structure is up too. Cool. That's called an odds multiplier, folks. So now you have two things going for you, right? Now it looks like the band is curling around. It could be turning red. So momentum could be going down and structure isn't broken until here, right? But the problem with structure, guys, is that sometimes, structure doesn't break for a while. And if you're a momentum trader, then you understand that a lot of times price action will just magnetize itself back in the direction of that momentum. So right now we have 34 seconds to go. If we were to break down outside the range, we'll be looking at something kind of like this: a 32-point stop, 32-point take profit level. How'd I get that? Well, chart is on auto. I basically used the short tool here after looking at about 85 candles. That's how I got it. It's that simple. Okay, we're going to put the limit order in here, and I'm going to be looking at probably taking a B setup. So it's going to be less. So I'm going about 3 contracts, gals. We're going to be looking at taking that trade. I'm in the trade currently because why? Because, well, the 5-minute candle closed. It's that simple. I told you 40 to 50% of our days are 5 to 10 minutes and we're out of the market. Literally out. Like 5-10 minutes later, we're done. See you tomorrow. That's the dream life. If you want to be on the charts all day, you got a problem. And you're probably going to lose your money. So what am I doing up here? I'm creating an invalidation zone. All right. On a B setup, it's your option to do this. On a B setup, you could take your stop loss, put it in the invalidation zone. You could also choose to try to trail price action a little bit more. However, because we have a blue line, we're not red. Temporary momentum is not technically curved yet. So per the strategy, I'll most likely, I tell you what, I'll put the TP down here. When we hit take profit here, it does look like we're going to hit TP real quick. I could go ahead and deleverage the position and hang on and try to trail a little bit, okay? Because that sounds like more fun. But it's not necessary. What we teach in our community, in the strategy and just everything, is that you get in, you make your money, and then you go live your life. You use that money just like I have done in my life, to go have fun and travel and spend it on spending time with your kids and whatever you need to do, man. You know what I mean? But being on the charts all day, you don't want to do that, man. That's not a dream life for anyone. Then I could have leveraged up a little bit more. Our range was pretty tight, but I just went ahead and typed in 3 contracts. Again, we don't have a high time frame bias, right? We have short term bias blue. Just what it is. That's what it is. That's called being disciplined with your strategy, right? So I'm not going to go in real heavy right there and I'll try to impress you guys, make $5,000 just because, whatever, you know, that's not my job. Man, my job is to get in here, be consistent every single day. Those guys who have been trading with me for a couple years now, that's the job. It's not to get in here and try to impress you guys. This is how I would treat this setup, just simply because I don't have a high time frame bias and the line is blue. It's that stupid simple. I know. It's like caveman simple, isn't it, Tim? It is, brother. That's what it is, man. Those of you guys watching, they're like, I don't really understand the strategy, or you know, you have questions or whatever. Totally get that. I don't expect you to understand the strategy watching one part of a live stream. So if you want to learn what we're doing, it's called the ORB Crazy Horse. You can join us inside of our community on School and come and learn it. And I have a bunch of free training that will teach you. All right, so I'm going to actually put my buy for 2 contracts there. I'll delete this one since I'm going to let it ride. This is how I should have had it set up anyways. Any questions? What up, chat? We got 31 people, 19 likes. What's up with that? We almost hit TP and there's only 19 likes? Really? What? Okay. That's okay. Well, you know, Mike, you should have sized up more, man. We would have respected you more had you sized up more. Okay. Fine. I'm going all in. I'll go all in on my B setup. All right. Is Troy in here? What's up? I've looked for you, man. If you're in here, sorry. Shoot me a DM if I'm missing you. I swear I've been looking. I couldn't find you anywhere. I couldn't find him. I looked over and under and all in between. Maybe not. London Orb High might give support. Yeah, guys. Just so you guys know, this is a strategy that we've used all year, right? It's called Crazy Horse. And I have a bunch of people in here, part of our community. So, I mean, they would just call me a liar if I was lying. I have had 6 red days all year using the orb with dynamic money management. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It's wild, dude. I've been trading 8 years, 4 years profitable, and 2.5 years with the Midas Touch on live. It's wild. It is a wild strategy, man. So with that being said, yeah, pretty cool stuff. All right, so TP was hit. So if you're trading mechanical, we have a mechanical version of this. All the mechanical peeps type W if you got dubs. You know, I love seeing that, baby. That's why we do it together, man. It's more fun to win together, you know. Today was easy. Today is an easy day. That's part of the reason why I love the orb, is because 40 to 50% of the time, if you just go back test this, guys, it's going to win. It's going to win. 40 to 50% of the time, you're just going to have like a 5-minute win, like super fast. Like you're just going to be like, all right, 5 minutes, I'm done. You know, like, yeah. So, my short tool gave me a 25-point stop loss. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you would just size differently, bro. That's fine though. Mine gave me a 32. Let me go ahead and do auto, and let's see, how many candles am I looking at? This is 113 bars, so maybe I'm a little bit more. Let's go ahead and put this back up here. Yeah, 32 is what I'm getting, brother. I don't know. Do you have the bands on? Who's that? Steph? You need the bands on. Make sure you have those on. If you're, let's see, I'm trying to think of why you would have 25-point stop. It could be because you're trading mechanical. That's why, right? If you're trading mechanical, it's probably you're probably a tighter stop and a tighter take profit. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay, so guys, gals, when we start this strategy out, right, we start at a negative risk to reward. That's how it starts because your invalidation zone is up here, right? But what happens is, guys, gals, if price goes against us, if price moves against us, and in this case today, we didn't have a high time frame bias based off of momentum, not based off of structure, ICT or ABCD, EFG, Wagyu beef stick, all the BS that's out there. Simplicity, man. That's why we win. And so that's why we're consistent. It's simple. If price were to move against us and close above this upper band right here, right? That could potentially mean that we get another trade. And what does this mean? Well, do you lose the first trade? I get a lot of people who don't understand this. It depends on the quality of the setup. If we get an A+ setup, then we're adding to our position. We're not closing our position. And that's why we're so profitable. Like the profit factor is through the roof because we don't exit. This is a soft stop. So why do you put the stop there, Mike? Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. You could just simply measure to your invalidation zone and do it that way. But the reason I put it there is because we want to see for every 32 points, how much am I willing to risk? Right? So it's a quick way to examine risk, right? Especially if I on the fly decide that, you know what, I'm just going to I'm going to use a hard stop today. I'm not going to use a soft stop because you get the flexibility. You see, a lot of people, let me tell you guys, this is for real. This is like alpha right here. I'm telling you, a lot of people make judgment calls that affect their entry model. Let me say that again. They make judgment calls, right? Like audibles that affect that change their entry model. What I'm saying is leave your damn entry model alone and make the audibles based on your money. You're managing your money. Stop thinking you're managing a trade. Like the entry is what I mean, right? You're managing your money. Your job is to protect your bag and get the highest return possible so that in the end, you have a high profit factor. That's it. That's all you're looking for. Like a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5. The reason why people like that is because they're real comfortable losing a little to make a lot, right? That's right. The problem is paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut. All right, I just want to win it all back. Okay, leverage up. Oh, then you blow your account. Most people can't figure out how to get that risk, even that risk to reward where you'd only have to, win like 30%, 40% of the time. They don't know how to get that. They don't have a good entry model. They're not using footprint charts or order flow and the other technical analysis because they're watching some BS ICT crap. And then they think they're going to go do it. That's not how it works. It's not that technical, man. Price action looks technical. It's not. It's actually really, really, really simple. It's called, for the NASDAQ, here it is. Ready? This is what banks do. What's the sentiment for the market? Okay, then we're buying. That's it. Like, wait for a little pullback and then dollar cost average in. That's how banks do it, man. That's how hedge funds do it. So when you're talking about like funded traders and things like this, like if you want to trade a prop firm, you're going to need a strategy that gives you a really high win rate with a good profit factor. The other way to go is that you don't have a high win rate. You got like a 40% win rate, let's just say, and you need really good risk to reward. So in our case, when we lose, sometimes if we lose like it sucks. It's like a big loss, okay? But we rarely lose. So we can do that. When you have an 80% win rate, and guess what that does to your mental state? I want you to think about that too, right? Your mental state, how do you feel winning like every day? How's everyone feeling here? Let me ask the crew. How do y'all feel? Y'all feel good? You gotta feel good, man. I got people DMing me as like, I've never felt this good in my life. I've been trading years and years and years. I never felt like this. Come on, man. Look, Tim says I love winning. Let me see it in chat. How do you guys feel? If there's anyone on YouTube that's on YouTube and inside of the Midas Touch, because I don't know if anyone's in there in the Midas Touch, but if you guys are in the crew, let me know. How do you feel? Look at the freaking group. Like, look at the posts in the group. It's like Win, 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 do, 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 win, 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 back testing, win, back testing, win, back testing. Oh, win, 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 back, back, back. It's like if it didn't work, there'd be posts that's like, man, I'm just not understanding it. Man, today another loss. Man, I got to get out of my head. You know, yada yada. And that's not happening, is it? Not even close. Anyways, I'm freaking pumped. Sorry, I was getting it. Oh, there you are, Troy. What's up, dog? Hold on, man. What up, dog? How you doing, man? Wait, say that again. Nice, nice, nice. Unfortunately, I don't think they can hear you on YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how to get that sauce. I don't know the sauce, man. Maybe I gotta add like a audio from Zoom. Let me see if I can do it. Man, tell you what, I didn't. I thought of everything, Troy. Anyways, I was just bragging on the crew and saying it's nice to win. And oh, they can hear. What? They can hear us? Okay. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. We can hear in the Zoom. No, they can hear it in the Zoom. It reduces stress, Stealth says. Nice, man. Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's the goal, man. Is like to have stress-free trading, That's why I get in here and act kind of goofy because I'm like, it ain't that serious, man. Because guess what? When you have an edge, it's fun. Trading is fun. It's not stressful. The guys come in the crew and they have like sweaty palms, heart beating fast, nervous. They're like, oh my gosh, And then they trade with me for a week and they're like, bro, I have a different outlook on trading now because it's just fun. It's like I don't need to be stressed because I know my edge. They've done enough, back testing that they know their edge. You could go to break even right now, Justin. I mean, you could do that if you want. You're probably going to get it tapped, so I would just exit the trade if you're going to do that. You could definitely go to break even. I think we could pull down a little bit further. So I'm just going to hang on to this position a little bit, right? So I could just exit out. That would be probably like the safest play, but I really didn't take a whole lot home. I didn't put a whole lot of weight on this trade. Probably should have put a little bit more, to be honest with you, but that's okay. And yeah, man, I think because we're rolling over right now, we're rolling over, and we did take out. By the way, did anyone hold to our take profit from yesterday? This is what we called. I have the screenshot, man. So I held right until about here, and then market was getting ready to close, so I got out. But that ended up hitting. Yeah, I know. No, you said it. You did say it. You're right. Yeah. No, Troy called it even before me, I think. hmm You said there's a lot of look. There's that's where it's at. That's where price is magnetized towards. Yeah, I remember. You got most of yesterday's plunge. Saved the day. What else were you doing, Bruce? Come on, baby. Stick with us, my man. Let's go. Yeah, man. Listen, what I find is this, right? It's like 10,000 trades before I saw it. Yes, I did. I'm not. I was gonna say anything. Yeah, what I was gonna say is like a lot of people, they try to find other setups. They can't believe that this could be trading. That this is it. Well, there's got to be more. I got to make more. It's like, bro, you're not a professional prop trader with professional tools that you could just sit on the chart. You know, I know some guys, they literally make hundreds of trades a day, right? First of all, do you really want that for your life? Because that's not the definition of making more money. Just because you can sit up in here and I mean, yes, the opportunity is technically there because you know if you're going to be trading, then yeah, okay, the opportunity to make more money in Vegas after you're up is there. You could go, you could continue to gamble, but when you leave Vegas up, even if it's a little up, you feel way better than if you gave it all back. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. Just keep it in mind. Because you don't want to turn a winning day into a losing day. And if you're having a bad day, close the laptop, man. Just come back the next day. It's okay. All right, so pulling down here, this is the overnight low, the London low. I'll just go ahead and mark this out just to give a target. Look, we're not trying to trade ICT or SMC or ABCDFG. I don't really know where price is going, and neither do you. Now, is it interesting that price likes to react off of previous daily lows and highs? No, it's not interesting at all. I mean, is that weird? No, it makes perfect sense. Think about it. This is what everybody's taught. So you have millions of people from around the world who are taught to look at previous daily lows and highs and session lows and highs. Millions of traders. So do I think it's weird that price reacts off of them? No. Do I think that's institutional grade level liquidity? No, I don't. That's bull crap. No, I think it's just traders reacting because that's what everyone's looking at. We all see it. It's not like it's hidden. Right, Troy? Right? Let's go. All right, guys. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, it's really there, man. I know. Um, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. So a lot of days are like this where it's just fast. And now if she continues past, if price, I say she, if price continues past this level, cool. Where would I get out of the trade? You know, that might be a question that you have. And I would just say, look, right now things are looking pretty good. If price inverses and disrespects, maybe I go to a higher time frame. Like I'm looking at this 15-minute gap. I see a 15-minute gap up above us, and this was an inversion gap, right? So this is a 15-minute IFVG. If you're into that kind of thing, and what that tells me, or what I am going to say it tells me, right, is that there's a little bit of resistance above us, right? So if price were to come up here and close beyond that 15-minute IFVG, first this 15-minute IFVG that might be formed in what, 5 minutes. So if that were to happen, I'd probably just get out of the trade, right? Why would I turn a winner into a loser? But do I think we could come down here first? Yeah, we have a pretty good chance of doing that. So that's it. Oh, you got to pay attention to Troy's market overview videos, guys. Absolutely. Right. Right. Exactly. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Once in a blue moon. Like, I get these weekly and Mike gets them too. He said he's been trading for 4 years and hadn't had consistency. And he joined our group, and in 1 week he had his first week where he didn't have like a red week. It was all green. And that's like a first for him in 4 years. That was weird. But anyway, that's kind of cool, right? Like, that means that what we're doing and what we're building together, guys, as a group and as a community is actually working and impacting, right? It's not just me and Mike. It's the community members. Like, you guys are helping other people, like giving them pointers, do this, don't do that. That's what's making the impact, right? And what we're building. And all you have to do is have a little faith to start, right? You just have to believe that the right fit and that this will work. You just have a little faith to start, and then you have to have heart to finish, right? Because there's going to be those days where you're going to want to give up, right? But you can't. You got to just keep pushing through. You got to have that heart. And you know what? On the other side of that is success and it actually working. Okay, trading working. So yeah, stick with it, guys. And just really excited about the community we're building together. Back. Okay.
Boy.
You still there, Mike? See you, Bruce. Heading out. Yeah, Mike, what are we doing still on? Let's go golf. What are we doing?
All right. I couldn't hear you, but I got you back now. Let's see. Hmm. Interesting. All right. Well, I apologize. I'll have to figure out how to get Zoom audio to OBS vertical, which I thought it would just automatically do it, but evidently not. So there's that. Always something new in the world of streaming, y'all. Anyways, hey man, I appreciate you guys checking out the stream. If you're new on YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, go check out the shorts. I do describe the strategy. We already took our W for the day. A lot of the peeps that trade this strategy, they're trading like a mechanical version. And so they've already taken their dubs for the day. That's the dream life, man. Like 10, 15 minutes in, take your W and go have fun for the rest of the day. That's what we are building here. What else, Troy? Anything else, man? If you're new and you have not, yeah, we got a free community, and the link is in the description. Man, I gotta get the audio fixed from Zoom, so I'll make sure that that's fixed next time. Cause man, you gotta get in here and speak to the people, bro. You gotta speak to them. Yeah, I think this London low could get tapped though. I didn't even look at anything, Troy. All I did was we just went straight into the orb. That was it. Yeah, that was it, man. Yeah, I was kind of like in the middle of showing you guys the strategy a little bit. Who in chat on YouTube wants to, you know, I don't know if you were following along with me earlier when I was talking about that, but is anyone new that wants to see it a little bit or no? Let me know in chat. If there's enough people, I'll do it. I'll cover it real quick. But oh, Troy was just saying you guys can join the free group and we'll do a free training on Monday. That's a good idea. Yeah, if you're interested, join the free group. We'll do a free training with some back testing just for you guys, live back testing. We'll do it in the free group. So if you're on YouTube, then the link is in the description. Join the free group and we'll do a free training on Monday, live back testing just for you guys. And I will show you the strategy inside and out. Good idea. Good idea, bro. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I was thinking about hopping off because we already took our W. I mean, if you guys want to trail, I'm going to try to trail. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to trail to these London lows. That's what I want. I want that. I think it could get tapped. If not, like I said, if we inverse the 15-minute fair value gap, then I'll just hop out of the trade. That's it, man. That's it. There's really nothing else. So let me get this over here, show you guys fair value gap right here, 15-minute fair value gap right here. Right. Oh, it's already lined out. Right. That's a BPR as well. That's correct. So if you're into that kind of thing, we have the training in school, show you all that as well. FVG and breakers, I believe it is. So you can check out that video and learn it. But yeah, I think if we inverse this, I'm out. If not, I want to hold until these lows are tapped. Already took out most of the position. I have 1/3 of the position on. And yeah, man, another W for the books. That's it. I'm going to hop off. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this was fun. Because getting in and winning quickly and then doing whatever you want for the rest of the day should be fun. That should be the goal. Awesome. All right, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, later.